Hey guys, Czar checking in with you on a very, very interesting day. I've been out of this market all day, and I took one quick trade this morning. It was a winner, but it was just a quick scalp on the S&P somewhere here in the London session. But this thing's been selling off for the entire day. As most of you would know, if you're watching this the same day, it's 1:43 p.m. now. We're getting into the latter part of the day and finding a little bit of support here. This is the 30-minute chart. First white candle that may or may not stay white. I'm going to take you back now over to, that's the wrong screen. Here we go, guys. This is the VWAP screen. There's no VWAP on here. I guess I'll show that to you as well. And we're here at this first standard deviation of VWAP. Even though this has been a very significant sell-off, it's been fairly orderly. It's just kind of driven down here, grinded it down or ground down in the afternoon. And so we've been hugging this first standard deviation. It's not a real standard deviation. I think it's 1.28 because that's the band that I use. It's a customized band. I'm going to take the VWAP off now so we don't have to look at it and keep things very, very clean here. And I'm getting very close here to taking a long, guys. I'm going to watch this now for a little bit, and I'll explain to you what I am doing. There it is. There it is right now. I'm going into my own platform, and I'm actually going to take one position right now. Done. On the NASDAQ. Just took one right there on that break. So you see this candle extended. Now this is probably going to pull back. I mean, we could just break down into new lows again because this market is incredibly weak today. This is not bottom fishing, by the way. This is a structural play on an extended market. First trade of the day. There has been no buying on the way down here. Zero. That circle is the New York Open. Want me to show it to you? Here it is. Boom. Right there. New York Open. Just to keep it my own perspective in my brain. And so I put that there to show me where all of this has happened with the constituents and the players of the North American market. I've now taken one piece long in the NASDAQ right here. Let me just double check my entry in my own platform right there. My stop is way down here. It's 45 points, but my position is low. My position is very small because I'm taking multiple positions here, potentially. If this thing sells down all the way off, then I just won't be in this thing. I'll just take it out. Watching. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to put you on pause. Bear with me. And now put you on pause, bring you back as this thing materializes. When I make my next move right before, I'll bring you back on. Here we go. Pause. All right, guys, I'm back. Quite a few minutes have passed now. You see we had a bit of a drawdown here, but the structure I was hoping for is still very much intact. I'm looking now to add another position above the market. Buy stop limit. Buy stop limit. I want to see this thing blow through, though, in order to add. Now, of course, it's always difficult to add at a higher price than you could have, and it's just a part of human nature, of course, is to want to add at the best price, right? So I got a live order now right above. That's the wrong one. Wrong marker. So I'm looking to add another one. So we're in one position here. Looking to add another one. I think this is probably the best way to be able to show you what I'm doing. This one will have a very tight stop. This is where I'm starting my TP from, and I will likely dynamically shift that. I'm going to put you on pause, and we'll see if we can get taken into this one. So my first stop is still down here. My second stop will be, right down here. If we get triggered in. If we don't, I never add to the risk of this position. That makes sense, right? Put you on pause. Back, guys, watching prices move up a little bit here. Now I'm going to test that resistance where I have my order for an add onto this long position on the NASDAQ. Just waiting for it now, or watching for it. And then we're going to talk about why I'm doing this. Let's go over now. 4-hour chart and 1-minute chart. This 1-minute chart is the same that we're looking at in the other one, but it's just more zoomed in, so it looks a bit different. All right, we're looking to break above here in order to get triggered in. Just going to put a little line here so you can see. That's what we're trying to get through. 4-hour chart. Notice this configuration, right? Massive leg down, a little bit of a consolidation. Just about seven or eight trading days ago, 6 or 7 days ago. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, call it 6 days, and then drop, rally or retracement, drop, long rally attempt, 2.5 days, and now this big leg down, almost a cataclysmic leg down on a relative basis only, right? Not the end of the world or anything like that, but it's everything's relative in the markets. And so we're looking for this thing now to hesitate after making a measured move on these 2 4-hour bars. This is not your classic measured move, by the way, right? Just got triggered in my next ad right there. My order was actually a little bit lower in my account, so got triggered there. Might be a little premature, but we'll see. And so you see this symmetry in these 2 candles here with no upper wick. So you can think of this as one long 8-hour candle instead. And now, and that is typically an extended move, call it an overextended move, which is due for some kind of a snapback. And that's what I'm counting on here with this tossing of the coin. Go back to the other screen. That's not the one. Put you back, and here. This is what we're looking at, guys, right? So we're trading from the 1-minute chart today because of the incredible move that we've had. We're still down 412 points, or 3.6% on the NASDAQ. Looking now to see this thing go higher for the first time today. And that's everything to do with what we're seeing in terms of changing structure. You'll notice on this move all the way down, let me take you back again to the open. Remember, this is the New York Open, that circle right there. There has been no structure change. This is just a long series of lower lows and lower highs. Low, high, low, high, low, high, sideways, low, high, low, sideways, breaking consolidation, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Oh, interesting. What do you see here? This one came all the way, not only did it break this little pivot here, a minor pivot, it broke this one, failed, but did not continue down to a new low. Look what prices are doing right now. This is a very big move, guys, right? This move that we're seeing right now, kind of an explosive move, is 22 points right there. And from my first entry, that's a 36-point move. So the change of structure is very important here, right? Things didn't keep going the way they had been going. As a matter of fact, there was an impulse wave up. These are impulse waves down. Impulse, impulse, impulse. And now all of a sudden, impulse wave up. That's a change of nature in the markets, right? Then a retracement, which didn't continue into another impulse wave down, far from it. It only went 1/3 of the way. I can actually show you this on the fibs if you like. In terms of the wicks, it's actually 50%, which is actually perfect for this kind of a retracement, and then a resurgence higher. Another attempt higher, failure because this market does not want to go higher. It wants to go lower, but was not able to do it again. Another high, right? So higher high, higher low. Pardon me, guys. It's been a long week. So the lowest low here, higher low, and higher high. That's what I'm trying to say about the high. And now another higher high as this thing begins to power higher. This stop now, watch what I'm doing, is move to the same position as this one. And so we're adding size without adding to the risk. And that's what this is all about, guys. When you're adding to winners, I'm going to put you on pause and we'll come back. And guys, we're back. I'm adding another piece right now to this right here as we speak. See that nice pullback we had? Add it right. 30. $75. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure which one to look at here. It's the white one. All right. Okay, so I'm going to move this one over so we can see this carefully. This stop is going here. Nope. The stop is going to go underneath here. There's a bit of artistry here to this, guys. It's not always, it's actually almost never cut and dry. This is my starting point. I could take profits much earlier than that, or even a little bit later. We'll see. I mean, pretty optimistic thinking we're going to take it later, right? Let's see what happens here, guys. Things could get very interesting here in the last little while. It's 224 right now. Market closes at 4. All right, there's VWAP. VWAP will continue to come down to meet price, by the way. So we'll be adjusting. We'll be adjusting that. And put you on pause again. We'll watch this thing unfold together. Here we go. All right, guys, we're back. You see this trade is playing out very nicely. So far, I mean, I don't count my chickens until they're hatched. Count my chickens. Count my eggs. Chickens, right? But this is exactly what I had visioned, and we talked about here in this changing structure, and then to begin to show the opposite structure on this side of the equation. Now the reality is this is a fairly significant piece right here, so let me just show you what that could look like. We could now be pulling into an area where this can continue down, right? But we're tossing the coin, as we do here after waiting all day. Well, for me, waiting all day and doing nothing with it, with this move. Here, very often what you'll see is something along the lines of this, and then kind of one of these numbers, right? Let me get rid of VWAP so this is a little cleaner. Get rid of these zones so you can get an idea of how this might play out. And if that does, I'm going to get stopped out on some stuff here, aren't I? And that's okay. So here's what I'm going to do. If this is in fact a potential scenario that I'm concerned about, and I say concerned in the lightest kind of way, because that's, I'm a clinical trader. I don't get too concerned in that regard. Watch what I'm going to do now. We have 3 positions. The first position, stop goes to break even. The second position, stop is raised to here. And the third position, stop is raised. I'm going to think about this now for a moment because that's what we as traders do. First position was the lowest entry, of course, right? Because we add to winners only. Has now gone to break even. Second position is still below structure. And now, based on the move we're seeing right now, goes to break even as well. And now the current position goes to break even. We're now in a no-lose trade with 3 pieces. I typically use 3 equal pieces as opposed to declining size. A lot of people do. They will more pyramid it. They will say buy 10 contracts in the first position. They might do 5 or 6 in the second, and then 2 or 3 in the third position. For the third position, I don't do that. I do typically do equal. I don't always. I sometimes will scale down in the later trades. Certainly, if I added a fourth now, that would be a significantly smaller position. But these three are equal. All right. We're going to watch this and I'll bring you back, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, back. Price is still slowly moving higher. But I'm thinking about this now. This is what we do as traders. The zone on such a weak day. You see that there? I think there's a very reasonable, very good reason to believe that prices will possibly round over here and then sell off a little bit more. Even if they go sideways into the close, I don't necessarily want to be in it. I'm now dropping. Remember I said these are not my actual targets. Dropping them all to here. We need to push up now to exit all three of those positions. Watching closely. We may have been a little too high. We missed it by about 2 points. All right. That would be frustrating, wouldn't it? That's part of trading. I'll put you on pause and bring you back. Here we go. We're back, guys. Came dangerously close to being stopped out on the first piece. And we were still okay here for the second. The third piece, and then the second and the first were reasonably okay. All three are okay now for the time being. But now, given that we know that there were forces up here rejecting violently, that becomes our new profit target. In that zone right there, we just need prices to get back there, form a potential double top before rounding over or exploding higher. We don't care at that point. We're just looking for the exit, right? That would be 29 points on the third trade, 35 points on the second trade, and a 46.75 points on the first trade. Rallying now a little bit. Let's see if we can get up there. I don't know. This market is incredibly soft and vulnerable, so there are no guarantees here whatsoever. It's looking like it wants to go lower now. To watch it play out. Long day for me of no trading. And then I was working on a project, actually. My team knows this. My followers, my group on Telegram knows this. I kept saying I was working on through London. I was up at 2:45 this morning. 2:44 to be precise. That's when my eyes hit my alarm, which not my alarm, my iPhone. I don't actually use an alarm. It's an internal body clock. My eyes hit my phone at 2:44, and then got up. I was working on a project all through London, missed that big move down, and then the entire move essentially in New York as well. So now I'm just looking for this opportunity here. First trade of the day to take a little bit of a snapback. And I suspect that we're going to get stopped. I'm going to get stopped out here, but it was worth the coin flip. Here we go. Price is coming back. Alright guys, I'll put you on pause and save you the grind. Be right back. Still here, guys. Watching now. See if we can get that rally right into take profit on all three of these positions. Watching. Trusting. (2:45 p.m.) 15 minutes to power hour. Just trying to get the exit here. Struggling a bit. One of those days. There's a fine line between being stopped out here and hitting TP. We were so close. All right, watch this. My stop is now moved to right here. Give me one moment. Go to my own platform. Stop is moved to below that white candle you see right there. Give me one moment. Okay, done. Stop is there. So if prices come back, just one 1 minute candle, I'm out for a small profit. These ones will stay. Protecting a little bit here. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. Put the stop in there for all of them. Right there. So either we hit profit on all three, or we hit stop here on all three. Here we go. Last push. So this looks like a zigzag and ABC correction. You want to protect against that, but still be in for the potential up move. Literally half a point away from there. This is how the market can sometimes tease you a little bit. Watching patiently, being okay with whatever happens. So be still a very profitable trade, being stopped out at that level, as you can see. But after sitting out that whole move today, I would obviously love to get this close. One more push. Patience. Can we do it? Push. Push. Bam. Done, guys. Thanks for staying with me. I know it's a kind of a long video. Well, 23 minutes or so. But just waiting to get this thing done, and we did it. All right, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. My order was actually just inside the bodies of those, so just in case there's any right there. I never go right to the top of the bodies, as you know. If you watch my videos, you'll see that. That's what I do. I think this is going to go higher anyway. But guys, this is the trade, right? Hopefully you understood that there was nothing for me. As long as I had missed the move, there was an impulse wave down, corrective wave up, strong impulse wave down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then something changed. For the first time, we had a shift impulse move, right? Instead of a corrective wave. And this is a look and feel, and after 35 years, you really learn to establish what that feels like, and this is it. Especially when you bypass 1-2 pivots on that rise, something has changed in the minds of the constituents. And now we've broken through up there, by the way, guys. And then corrective, and then impulse, and so we're in. This is a no-brainer for me here to enter. Boom, there on the first piece only. I would never enter my full size here because it hasn't confirmed yet that this trend has actually changed. Once we had a short, in other words, a truncated pullback, it was not an impulse wave to a new low, and then a break above again. That's a 1, 2, 3 confirmation of a change in trend. There's a break of a trend line. Let me draw this out for you just so it's very, very clear. There's a break of a trend line. Whoops. Thanks for staying with me here, guys. I think it's important to understand this. This can make you and save you a lot of money. Right? break of a key trend line. Just gonna do this haphazardly for now. I don't use diagonal trend lines in my trading, but I can just see this where as it happens, right? Break of a trend line, pull back, failure to reach a new low, and then a break above. And that's the way this 1, 2, 3 confirmation of a change in trend happens. So break of trend, pull back, break of thing. That's our first position, second position, third position, and out right there. Hopefully that makes sense. We didn't see any of this for the entire day, including London, by the way. This is only New York that we're looking at. So you get the idea. Thanks again, guys. We will see you soon. Take care. Have a great night.